What's up, 12 Cab? Sergeant First Class Talamantes here, and today we're gonna go over our day one of exercises. But before I get into that, I want to tell you why we're doing what we're doing and why I broke the week down the way that I did. So you're gonna have push and pull exercises for the upper body, and you're gonna have push and pull exercises for your lower body. We'll do push and pull for upper body for 2 days. We're gonna do 1 day of push and pull for your lower body. And then those other 2 days that are left within the week are gonna be actual cardio days where you're gonna do some running. So without further ado, we're gonna get into our actual day one. Day one exercises are gonna consist of upper body, push and pull. We're gonna start that exercise out with warm-ups. You're gonna start every day out with a warm-up. Not something that's too intense. You don't wanna get too crazy before you start warming your body up. So you can do running, you can do a running in place, jump rope. If you have a bike at home, go ahead and jump on your indoor bike. Whatever you gotta do to warm up is fine. If you're gonna do jump roping, I suggest 2 minutes jump rope, 1 minute rest, 2-minute jump rope. It's pretty intense to do for 5 minutes. Next exercise is gonna be the prep drill. Everybody knows how to do the prep drill. Then we're gonna get into the actual main lifts. The main lifts are gonna consist of the overhead press with or without improvised weight, bent over row with or without improvised weight, hand release push-up, prone pulses, supine bicycle, and then finally the cool down or recovery drill. The first exercise is gonna be the overhead press. You can do this with no weight, which I don't suggest. I suggest you start with some kind of weight. If you have small weights at home, that's fine. When you are using weight, anytime throughout any exercise, you always want to have a closed grip with your thumbs around the bar or whatever. Anything where your thumbs are behind or you're not using your thumbs to help trap the weight, you actually have a false grip. So you want a closed grip anytime you use something, if that's possible. For instance, if I use a bottle of water per hand, because I'm just starting out or I'm not that big, it's fine. I'm gonna get as close to a closed grip as I possibly can. I'm gonna start with my elbows fairly close to my body. I'm gonna push up and push my head through, forward. When I bring it back down, I'm gonna keep my head back. If you want to use something like a rucksack, you can put as much weight as you want into this bad boy. Same thing, you want your elbows to start out at the side. You're gonna kind of get that double chin, keep your head out of the way. And as you push up, you can push your head through to close out the exercise and then bring it back down, bringing that head back into the double chin position. You want your knuckles on your hand to be facing up as much as possible. You don't want to bend your wrist forward or back, which creates a bad stress situation on your wrists. So try to keep those knuckles pointed up. Breathe on your way up. Breathe in on your way down. I've found that water bottles and packages of water bottles are really good. Again, starting with my elbows down close to my body. I'm not putting them out here and bringing them up. Start keeping them close to my body, but not super close like they're touching my ribs, just naturally out. Bringing that head through, but not too much, not exaggerated, just a little bit to where it's natural. Bring that weight down. Now we're gonna do the shoulder press or overhead arm press as seen from the side. Again, we're gonna keep our elbows closer to our sides, are naturally hanging close to our sides. We're gonna make sure that our shoulders are back and down. We're gonna push through. Bring it back. What we don't wanna do is compromise our form by lifting with our pecs when the weight becomes too much. Maybe you're on rep number 12, 13, 14, or 15, and you just can't get it, so you compromise your form, start to push it up. This is what causes back injuries. So you want to keep your body aligned, and if you can't get it, don't compromise your form, just bring it back. So we are now going to get into the bent over row, which is a back exercise or a pull exercise. So when we're starting this out, we want to get our back pretty close to parallel to the ground. So you have to push your hips out, bend your knees, and pull that body down as much as you can. Everybody can get lower or higher. It just depends on how you're anatomically made. For me, this is about perfect. I have a true grip or closed grip as much as possible on these bottles of water, and I'm going to pull them up, hold for about a second, and then bring them down. Pull them up and bring them down. What I don't want to do is look up and compromise my spine or look too far down. I'm looking a couple feet in front of my body, performing the exercise, keeping that spine nice and straight. If you're doing a little bit more heavy weight, and maybe you're doing a single arm, you can always use a chair to help stabilize your body and pull that weight up, trying to isolate that left side back muscle or your latissimus dorsi. Trying to keep that actual grip closed. And you're gonna breathe out on your way up. Breathe in on the way down. Finally, I want to demonstrate picking up the rucksack for the bent over row. But anytime you're trying to pick up weight, make sure you keep your spine straight, your shoulders back, your core tight. So even as I'm picking this weight up, I'm still keeping my spine straight, my shoulders back, my core tight to pick it up. I'm not gonna bend over and grab it. I'm gonna pick it up like I should. And the more you get used to picking weight up the correct way, the more you're gonna prevent injury. Okay, so now I am in position for my rucksack lift or row. So kind of same deal. My arms are not out here. They're fairly close to my body. And I'm gonna pull up. Again, I'm keeping my spine straight. I'm not looking up. I'm not bending down. I'm keeping my spine as straight as possible. The next exercise is a push exercise. Is the hand release push-up. You want to keep your knees off the ground. It's kind of hard to see in these pants, but my knees are off the ground. When I come up off the ground, when I lift my body, I'm coming up as one single unit. My upper body isn't leaving first. I'm not lifting my lower body first. It's all coming up at the same time, and I'm keeping my spine straight. I'm not looking forward. I don't have my head into the ground. My spine is straight. So when we come up all at the same time. My elbows are not out here. They're not super close or tight to my body. And now when we come back down, we're gonna release those hands from the ground. This is hard for some people to do. Some people anatomically it's too hard to do this. So what I suggest you do is do your push-up and get those hands as high as you can. If you can't get them off the ground, that's okay. You will get there. You just need to work on your flexibility and mobility, all right? So you're gonna do this. Breathe out on the way up. Keeping your feet together. Next exercise is the prone pulse. This is a back exercise or a pull exercise. So it's pretty similar to the supine, the prone row or the swimmer. You're gonna straighten your body. You're gonna point your toes outward into the back. Point your fingertips forward. And you're gonna pulse your arms and legs up. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. What you're gonna notice what I'm not doing is lifting my head up, putting my head down, keeping those toes pointed outwards. I'm not using them to bring my legs up off the ground. I'm actually gonna keep them pointed outwards. Next is the supine bicycle. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep everything at 90 degrees. We gotta remember 90 degrees. So our knees are gonna be 90 degrees to our ankles, to our toes. Everything's 90 degrees. Our hands are gonna interlock, be on the top of our head, not behind our necks, but on the top of our heads. All right, this helps with flexibility to get that elbow on the other side of the knee. All right, so when we start, we're gonna reach our left elbow behind our right knee. So that will look like this. This is a slow cadence. That was 1. That was 2. I'm keeping my ankles bent and my toes are at that 90-degree angle the entire time. 3. 4. Keep it slow. It'll be challenging, but you need to keep it slow.
3, 2, 1.
After your supine bicycle, you're gonna finish your workout with the recovery drills, and you are done. That is day 1. Congratulations, you finished. Everything is wrapped up. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That helps everybody out, and it will alert you every time a new video comes out. So without further ado, have a great 12th CAB COVID-free day.